with Lisa. Hello. Thank you for coming in again.
You're welcome. Thank you for letting me come.
You're welcome. Not a problem. Like before, everything's confidential between us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So last week when we left off, we were talking about trying to set some goals for you to try to build up your self-esteem, get some self-confidence, and maybe start some trying to get you to talk to other people to make friends and get a support system going. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. But what I want to talk about right now is I want to see how things have been going throughout the week since the last time we met. How have things been?
Things are okay, I guess. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. Like, it's, I don't know. One day he'll be good. One day he was good. Everything was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he didn't drink that day for some reason. I'm trying to think why, and I can't remember why. And then on Tuesday he drank after work. He was like, I have a long day, and then he started drinking, and then things got a little bit out of hand. But what I did was I just kind of took the kids in my bedroom, and we just shut the door and let him do whatever he wanted. And he slept on the couch that night. But it's just constantly going back and forth with what, like, you never know what to expect.
So this kind of up down roller coaster type thing throughout the week. And okay, how were your kids when he was acting that way?
I mean, every time this happens, they kind of just like get real quiet, like they don't want to be noticed. Maybe kind of like they just try and stay out of the way, and they kind of just get behind me.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's really what they do. And if he's in the house and this is happening, like normally during the day, I'll be like, okay, let's go outside and play, like let them go outside and play. But this time it was already close to being dark, so I was just like, yeah, let's go in the room and watch a movie. Put on a movie for us, and he did his thing. Didn't even know what he did. I don't know if he left or whatever.
Okay. And then they were it kind of subdued them and kind of made them feel a little better.
Yeah.
You were with them.
Yeah. It wasn't like, they were still pretty quiet throughout the movie and everything. Like, they didn't talk much, and I didn't want to talk too much about it that night, because I knew that because him yelling, it's kind of all a lot for them to take in. So I kind of rather explain it to him on a later time. So that Thursday, I kind of talked to him about it and saw it. I asked him hey, what did you think of your dad on? What did you think about all that? And they kind of said, they were afraid and things like that. And so I just kind of told him, it's not how I want you to be. Because I don't want them to ever treat somebody bad.
Right.
And I don't want them to grow up to drink like their father, because it's not a good place. So I just try and kind of explain things as best I can.
Okay. Well, that sounds really good. And it's good that you are letting them know that this isn't the proper way to act, the proper way to behave with a woman or with anybody. And that's really good. They have that reinforcement that they know that, it's not a good way to be acting. So that's really good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
There. Last week we talked about your son being in baseball, and you were going to try to talk to some of the parents there. How did that go?
It went actually okay. For the first practice, I was able to sign up as a team mom.
Okay.
So I'll be going to the games. I'll have to go to the games anyways, but I'll be the one that does the snacks and drinks every week or whatever, how it works. So I kind of got a couple other moms' numbers and the coach's number. So it's kind of like able to talk to them, you know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So how did you feel when you were talking to them? Like comfortable, uncomfortable?
A little bit nervous, I guess. Like, I mean, I don't talk to very many people, just my kids. So, I wasn't really sure of how to talk to them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it was okay. It was okay. And I think it will get better. Maybe I'll feel less nervous once I get to know them.
Yeah, it'll start to feel easier to talk to somebody and to, you know, keep making that support group, keep making those friends and keep talking, and it will get easier. It's just a little, you know, nerve-wracking right now.
Yeah.
But it will become easier in time. What about, because we also had talked about church and that you're going to do Bible study. Did you end up doing that?
Yeah, so I did. I was able to sign up, and it starts next week, I think. So I'm looking forward to that too. It's gonna be different, but I'm looking forward to it.
Good. How has, you know, we've been talking, and so we had set a couple of goals last week with trying to get the self-esteem and self-confidence up and to trying to get a support system for you. What I was going to suggest and see if you would like this is to keep a journal of the things that, or to build your self-esteem and that self-confidence, to keep a journal and every day have like affirmation sentence that you write in there that makes you feel good about you. So, you know, you could write like, I am a great mother.
Okay.
I am brave. Or you could also write something that you think that you did good that day. You know, if you have a things to do list and you accomplish a couple of things off that list, you can say, I went to baseball practice today. You know, something like that, just so you can start seeing that this, you know, you are a good person. And last time you were talking about how you felt like a failure, you felt weak as a mother and a woman, and I don't want, you know, we're trying to get you not to have those feelings anymore. So I think writing in the journal would be a good thing for you to do if you choose to. And then that way you can see for yourself that, no, I'm not this weak person I thought I was. You know, I'm good. What do you think about that?
I think it'll be a good thing. I'm not really sure about how to do it. So I don't want my husband to find it. And I don't want him to be like, why are you doing this? Or, you know, that's the only thing I'm worried about. But, I mean, I just don't know what he would think about it.
Does he go into, like, the kids' rooms?
Sometimes. Normally, just the boys.
Just the boys? Okay. What if you kept it in the girls' room? Maybe.
That would work.
It's a thought. And then, you know, if he doesn't go in there, it's a safe place for you to kind of.
I think that would be better, and just maybe like in the morning when he leaves to work, doing that would maybe be okay. You could try it. I think it would be helpful.
And just see what happens.
Yeah.
And also you can write down how you feel about making new friends. You know, you can write down how it made you feel a little nervous. Or, you know, it made me feel nervous, but I did it and we exchanged phone numbers. Type. So, you know, just to kind of start building up those skills, those conversation skills with people, and then just so you can write down to see what you did that day.
Yeah.
I think it might be good.
Yeah. It would be helpful.
And like I said, you can try it, and if you don't like it, then we can come back next week and we can talk about maybe something else if that didn't quite work.
Okay.
Okay. Also, I want to give you some information that I found about having a safe place. That was another goal that we had, was to talk about getting a safety plan happening. So I have some information for you. And there's a phone number. There are times where they are open. And there's also a schedule of groups, support groups, that can help you as well. And if you need a ride, they also provide transportation.
Oh, wow.
So that can be a possibility.
What about childcare?
They provide childcare too.
Okay.
So they can pick you and your kids up, and they have a person to play with the kids and watch them while you're in the support, while you're in the group.
Okay.
So that's some information there. Also, as far as the safety plan, have you come up with any like helpful numbers that you could call in a quick?
Well, I got one number from a lady in my church. I'm not. I mean, we're becoming friends. I'm not for sure yet how it'll be, but I feel like she could be a good person for me if anything ever did come up, just to, she's been open to talking with me, and she calls me and bothers me a lot more than I bother her. But I think that it would be a good thing to talk to her with anything.
Okay. And just remember, the safety plan is having 911 on speed dial, maybe packing a bag just in case you may need to leave the house. You can have a bag for you and your children.
Yeah, I already have. That's always in the car.
Oh, good.
That's good. I keep it with spare tires.
Oh, that's awesome. That is a good thing to do.
They did that after the first meeting.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So you are, looks like you, or it sounds like you are coming along with the goals that we've set.
Yeah.
And just adding on that journal. Is there anything else that you can think of that you may want to talk about?
Well, for this plan, like I have the number and I have our bags, but so this is a place that I could call and at any time.
Yes. Okay. The hotline's always, there's always somebody there, so 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's somebody there to pick up the phone. And if you need to leave your house, they also have people that can come and pick you up along with your kids.
Okay.
And then they can take you back to this, they call it a shelter. They can take you back to the shelter for the night, and then evaluate in the morning what took place, how you feel, if you feel safe to go back or not. So that's a really good place to go.
What about if it's to the point where he won't let us leave?
Then you need
to. Would it just be call 911?
Yes, you would need to call 911.
What would happen if I did call 911?
They'll come to your house, and they'll try to de-escalate the situation. They'll try to calm him down and try to see what is going on. They will ask you if you want to leave for the night. They'll ask you if you feel safe. Do you think your children feel safe? And depending on the answer, if you say no, then they're going to try to find somewhere to to take you and your kids.
Mhm.
And then that would be a good place to call.
Okay. They won't ever separate me from my kids, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. And you said if it would happen during the night, that they the next day would talk to you about what happened. Do they talk to the kids too?
They will ask your permission if you want them to talk, because it will be like a kids counselor, like me, but specializing with children. So they would ask your permission if you want them to talk to them.
Okay.
You can always say no if you're not comfortable, and then they won't. And then if you say yes, then they'll just ask them some questions about what did they see, what do they think took place, things like that, just to kind of see how they are, how scared they were, if they're okay now, type of things like that.
Okay. I won't have, is this cost money or anything like that?
No, it's completely free.
Okay, because I have some saved up, but I don't have a lot of money saved up since I stay at home all day.
Right.
I don't have very many outlets in that area, in that point of my life. Yeah, I could see this being okay. I haven't been in a terrible situation yet since the last time I was in the hospital, but
okay.
I guess if I felt like it was gonna get to that point, it would be something to be aware of.
Yeah, it's always good to have that backup plan.
Yeah.
Because it kind of makes you feel, or the intention is to kind of make you feel a little safer, knowing that you have this in place.
Mm-hmm.
That's the intention, and that's what we want to do. We want to try to make you feel safe in your home life and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that kind of
because my kids are my main priority and my main concern. I just want them to always be safe. My husband's never done anything to them, but I would hate to give him that option.
Yeah, and that's understandable. That's really understandable. I know also, I'm going to change the subject real quick, but last time we also talked about your family and how you weren't very close to your family.
Mm-hmm.
Have you talked to them at all since the last time?
No, I haven't. I don't, really, it's like once every 2 months sometimes or longer.
Okay.
Because I left. If I would have stayed, I don't think it would have been as bad, but because I left and just the drop of a hat and came here, they're still upset about that.
Okay.
And right, and I guess at this point I don't have much to talk about because it'd be frowned upon, through many different areas of what I'm doing with my husband, and drinking. They would say, "Oh, that's normal. He's a working man," and you're just being not a good wife, pretty much. So I'm trying to not.
So there's not that support that you could get.
No.
There's not. Okay.
No.
Okay.
They would. I think that just because of where we come from, it wouldn't be what he's doing. Wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be something that normally would get looked at.
Okay. All right. Well, we are going to try to get that support for you. Okay. And I'm hoping that this will be a good. I think this type of thing, this type of support group would be a good fit for you. Because, like I said, they have all of those advantages that we went over, and then also they do have support groups that are in Spanish.
Okay.
If you you want to speak Spanish or talk to somebody that is fluent in Spanish, they have They have support groups in
Okay,
Spanish.
that'd be great.
Yeah, and then they also have support groups that that what you just said, that are based around your culture.
Mhm.
So how you just said that it's kind of frowned upon that you're bringing this up as an issue,
Mhm.
and it's kind of considered normal in a way.
Mhm.
So they have that support group that there's women
Mhm.
out there like you that are going through that same thing, and they come together and they talk about those issues.
Okay.
Okay, and that's also in that information too.
Okay.
So those are just a couple of the support groups that I kind of
Mhm.
outlined or kind of looked at for you that
Mhm.
I think might be interesting.
Yeah.
To look at.
Yeah, I think that would be something I could. I guess I could try and schedule them, or find ones that kind of coincide with the while they're in school, maybe.
Mhm.
Because you said that they do offer childcare.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would only have to take one, like my kids with me, because everybody else will be in school.
In school. And remember, they do offer free transportation too.
Okay.
So you can just call them and tell them that you want to attend a group,
Mhm.
you need transportation there and back to
Mhm.
come back home, and then they can arrange it for you.
Okay.
If you're gonna do the transportation, if you can, call them the day before, just so they can have it in
Mhm.
their schedule and time it, and
Okay.
so that way you'll be all set.
And it would be okay to have the child.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes. They have a room where they can play. They also have a TV where they can watch movies.
Mhm.
So they'll be good there while you're in your group.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to talk about? Or
Do you have any spirals?
I do.
Okay. Because I'm gonna do the journaling. I just don't have a spiral.
Okay, we can get you one.
Okay.
That is not a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
What is there anything else? Did you have anything else on your mind you want to go over or talk about?
No, I think so just kind of having a plan and looking more into this,
Mhm.
and then the journaling. I think that that's gonna be the hardest part for me right now. But I can try.
And the journaling, remember, you don't have to do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you remember or there's a thought that comes to you that
Mm-hmm.
you know you really thought, oh hey, I can go write that down real quick. Just whenever you have a moment.
Okay.
To write. So don't think it's like every day I have to come up with something. Just
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I can do that.
And then later on, if you want to, you can think of something every day. You can challenge yourself. But for right now, let's just focus on whenever you can, whenever you think of something or whenever something good happens, and just write it down.
Okay.
And then whenever you're feeling, and the other purpose of writing things down is when you start to feel kind of insecure or you start to feel sad, you can go back to that journal and you can look at it and think of all these things that you've written down and these positive things that have happened to you.
Okay.
So I think it would be a good.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I can try that. I just I would really appreciate it if I could get a spiral.
Yeah, we'll get you one.
Okay. That's good.
Awesome. Okay. If there's not anything else, we can wrap up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll be meeting
next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Same time, okay?
Yes, same time.
All right. That sounds great.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.